Hello Mech Commanders, and welcome back to the Mech Lab, where we try to be a better Mech Commander every day. Today I wanted to talk briefly about VTOL Battle Armor. These are battle armor suits that have special jump jets that allow them to move around as if they were a flying VTOL. These units can fly high up in the air and never have to touch the ground, meaning that they can get away from mech melee attacks, which is an incredibly dangerous thing for battle armor. These units are much faster than normal battle armor, and the primary suit that I want to talk about is the Sylph Battle Armor, specifically the upgraded version with 2 machine guns. There's another version with a pulse laser and a bomb bay, but I want to talk about the machine gun version because it is really deadly. I brought this thing to a tournament just to fill out a few last points that I had left over, and it was absolutely devastating. Sylph Battle Armor can fly around at speed 5, giving them 2 TMM from movement, and then because they're small targets, they also get +1 to hit them, and because they're flying, they also get an additional +1. So that works out to 4 TMM to hit this thing at all times. Now, 5 movement isn't the fastest, and unloading this from an Omnimech is actually kind of a pain, because it can't fly on the turn that it is unloaded, or at least I couldn't get it to when I was playing in Megamech, so that is a slight weakness. But overall, I mean, it can just fly itself into battle. Speed 5 is as fast as most big assault mechs, and it will take them a little while to get there, but they'll get there eventually. Now, they have 5 armor apiece and 1 internal structure, so a inner sphere pulse laser is going to blow them up. But if they're shooting your cheap battle armor, which costs under 300 battle value, all the better for you. I wouldn't ever invest in piloting for this unit because you're probably not going to be making leg attacks. It has to land in order to do so, which leaves itself very vulnerable. You probably just want to fly around behind people and use those big machine guns for some big damage. This is a 15 and 10 damage cluster. This is essentially better than having 2 SRM 6-packs on a suit of battle armor if you are at very close range. The amount of crit seeking that these things do after you've opened up a component on a mech is really disgusting for the battle value that they cost, and because they completely ignore terrain, they can pretty much just go wherever the heck they want and get around behind enemy units and crit out their back armor. So overall, I really love VTOL BAs. Because they are infantry still, they don't suffer any movement penalties, which is absolutely incredible. It also makes them really great spotters. However, there are 2 other VTOL Battle Armor suits that exist, and the Sylph is probably not the best spotter among them. The title for probably best spotter in the game might just go to the Cobalt 2C Battle Armor. It has stealth and is a little bit faster, and it also has a tag. It's very slightly cheaper than the Sylph Battle Armor, and has the same armored protection while being harder to pin down with that 6 movement. And you don't have the temptation to get in close and use the damage because it just has a light machine gun and an auto rifle instead of 2 machine guns. But the Word of Blake has another unit that is even better. It's ridiculously cheap. The Tornado G17 squad, 6 boys with 2 armor each and a dream, but they move 7 and have improved stealth armor, meaning that they are technically less durable than the Cobalt Battle Armor, but against most conventional ways that you're going to be able to kill these units, other than maybe LBX cannons, these guys are way tougher. With that 7 movement, their TMM goes up by an extra 1 and starts getting into unhittable territory. We're talking 3 from movement, 1 from small target, 1 from flying. That's already 5. Then you add stealth into that. These guys are going to be almost impossible to hit. They're going to fly around at probably long range of all your weapons and spot, and the Word of Blake is going to bring LRM death upon you. Because if you can stand still and only take the spotter penalty of 1, suddenly a bunch of LRM carriers hidden around the map behind one high terrain or behind thick woods and stuff like that just becomes absolutely terrifying. But if we're talking just generally useful unit, I do like the Sylph quite a bit. It does a lot of damage with its guns. It has reasonable armored protection. It's not as hard to hit as the other two, but it's going to do more by itself with the machine guns. So if your indirect fire plan goes awry, at least you've got something to fall back on for however many points you invested into this. Now, of course, you could just go with infantry spotters, but infantry spotters aren't going to be able to go behind enemy lines and fly over top of buildings and avoid terrain and all that kind of stuff the way that a VTOL Battle Armor suit is. You could straight up fly over behind enemy lines and go and see their line of LRM boats that are hiding behind hills and pound them with your LRM boats that are hiding behind hills. So in the spotter war, the Sylph Battle Armor is definitely going to win. They can fly over the enemy infantry and kill them on the way there too. So I just wanted to draw everyone's attention to this very cool type of unit that isn't often used and suggest that maybe you want to try it out in your next match if you're playing in one of the later eras. I certainly had a lot of fun with the Sylph when I was playing in a tournament. I won all of my matches, although I don't think the Sylph was the main contributor to that, but it definitely got some good crits in, and was an annoying distraction that my enemy was trying to put fire towards, which probably should have been going towards my other scarier units. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Remember to subscribe to support the channel. We're nearing 1,800 subscribers. This is way more than I ever thought that I would get when I started out. Really appreciate all the support, everyone. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.